Hello everyone, welcome back to the Shepherd's Tech Lab. I am Santosh and I publish new videos every Monday and Saturday. So today we are going to understand what is skinny table in Salesforce, what problem it solves and how it improves the performance. What skinny table do not fix. This is very important because before using skinny table, we need to understand what exactly we should not be using it for. Key limitations you must know before using skinny table. The process to request skinny table, what to tell stakeholders, and at the end, we will summarize what we have gone through so far. What is skinny table? A skinny table is a Salesforce managed database level optimization where Salesforce create an internal table that contains only selected subset of fields from an object. Typically, the fields that are frequently used in reports, list view, and commonly executed queries. Think of it like this. Your object has many fields. Some are used often, many are rarely used. Salesforce can build a lean copy of just most used fields. That lean structure can reduce database work during reads. So here are few important points. You cannot create skinny table yourself. You cannot query it directly. You won't see it in setup. Salesforce uses it internally when the optimizer decides it's beneficial. Skinny table can contains only following fields. So you make sure if you are using skinny table, you know what are the data types or what type of fields you can create on the skinny table. Now let's talk about what problem skinny table actually solve. A large scale performance problem often comes from ready heavy workload. Okay. At large scale, whenever you are working with millions of the data, performance problem often comes from reading the heavy workload. For example, report scanning a large data set of records, dashboards running multiple reports together, user opening list view repeatedly, integration running frequent queries, same query pattern repeated thousands of times. And in some cases, the database has to do extra work to fetch your data efficiently, especially when you are pulling a mix of fields repeatedly. So, how Skinny Table can help here? Skinny Table can help reducing the number of columns stored and read. Less data per row equal to faster reads. Reducing internal work during repeated queries. If your business runs a same report pattern repeatedly, the optimizer benefits from a lean structure helps a lot. Helping for stable repeated field sets. This is a key for Skinny Table. Skinny Table shines when the same fields are used again and again. What Skinny Table do not fix? This is the part that saves you from wrong expectation. Skinny Table do not fix everything. Here's what they do not fix. They do not fix non-selective queries. If your query is basically forcing for a huge scan, for example, filtering on low selective fields, or using conditions that match too many records, or using a pattern that do not use indexes properly, then the fix is not skinny table. The fix is selective indexing strategy and query design. Skinny table don't fix right side performance problem. If your org is slow because of heavy trigger flows, CPU limit issues, or too many DML operations or record locking issues, then skinny table won't fix this. They don't fix architectural flaw. If the real problem is data model design issues or sharing model complexity or too many relations and poor partitioning strategies, then it needs the architectural improvement, not the skinny table. Now let's understand the key limitation of skinny table. Before you start using skinny table, one thing you need to understand that you cannot create skinny table by yourself. Salesforce support has to be enable Salesforce support has to enable or create them for your org. Skinny table not visible, not directly controllable. You won't see a skinny table in the setup. You cannot force SOQL to use it. Salesforce decides when to use it. Field set must be stable. If your report field requirements changes frequently, you might need to go back to support to adjust the skinny table. That's the reason if you are deciding to use skinny table, you should know or you should have the field set stable. Also, one of the important limitation is you cannot have unlimited fields. There is a limitation on number of fields that we can use. And another limitation is you cannot use cross object field. You cannot conclude You cannot include fields from related object in the skinny table definition. So don't expect it to solve complex cross object reporting. So if you are recommending skinny table, then inform the stakeholders, what you can inform the stakeholders what to expect. First is we need to clearly position it. This is a Salesforce internal database optimization to improve the read performance for large data volume. It should improve specific high traffic read patterns like report list view, but won't boost every single thing in your org. Please highlight the dependency. It is created and maintained by Salesforce support. If business changes the field requirements frequently, we may need update through support only. Clarity on what it won't fix. So I think we have briefly discussed about this. Define success matrix. We will compare report timing before and after. We will track the dashboard load time and timeout rate. This way, stakeholder understand its target performance improvement. Let's summarize what we have learned so far. Skinny table are Salesforce-managed internal optimized table. They contain a subset of fields used frequently. They are mainly for improving read performance at large data volume. What they cannot fix is bad query selectivity, right side automation slowness, architectural flaw. Key limitations are this is managed by support only, stable field set is required and not directly controllable. We can use them if we have stable repetitive read patterns in our org. Thanks for watching. I will see you in next video.